welcome back today, guys, to the channel. Back here talking about some Forza Motorsport 7 and Forza Horizon 4 today. If you guys did miss the Forza Monthly August edition, well, they talked about the brand new steering angle upgrade kit. They talked about the new points drifting system that's going to be implemented and the Formula Drift car pack. Now, this all will be getting added in, excluding the Formula Drift, on Wednesday, which is today. Now, unfortunately, as you guys know, I'm usually late to the party with this stuff, so we're going to be posting out our videos tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with these new features for you guys. Maybe even a back-to-back Forza content day. I don't know. It depends on how you guys want to see it. Make sure you guys do slap that like button for more consistent content out on the channel. But in this stream, it was actually a really good stream, and they did way more than I expected them to do on this Formula Drift pack. You know, I thought maybe they were going to showcase one or two vehicles, but they went through about maybe what, 6 to 7 vehicles. They showed some gameplay. They also showcased some Forza 7 gameplay as well too, so it was a pretty good stream. If you guys were watching it, the only thing that I would have suggested them to do was you know, try to showcase the cars a little bit better. But nobody seemed to be able to handle the amount of power and steering angle that they were given on that stream, and unfortunately you know, they were just all over the road, sometimes more in the dirt than the track. But you know, it's awesome to see the game devs giving it a shot and having fun on the stream, which is a very tough thing to do, to be able to talk and play at the same time, especially live on a stream, right? It's very nerve-wracking as well too. But right here though, they were in the train yard for a little bit with this S14, just kind of ripping it around with the boss setup. It looks sick. I personally like this car myself, and they kind of showcase the angle right off the bat, and it does go up to about, I think, 60 degrees. And you know, the biggest thing that I was kind of taking a look at from this stream was that how easy it was for the car to really get sideways now. I mean, we all knew Forza Horizon 3, right? It's a very easy game to drift and get sideways. That's the whole premise of the full series, is that it's just, you know, it's more accessible to everybody. But now, is this drift angle kit just going to make it so much easier to the point where it's not even going to really be as enjoyable as it was? I mean, that's just me. I'm just kind of thinking outside the box right now, because honestly, you know, from what I've seen on this stream, you really cannot spin out. You are consistently pulling it back. It doesn't matter what's going on. You always have grip. So I'm really curious to, you know, actually play with it, see how it works on the wheel as well as on the controller, and just, you know, really feel the difference between those two and see if it does make the drifting a lot more easier. But of course, only time will tell. We should have these cars in the day of Forza Horizon 4. It would be nice if they sneaked them into the Forza 7 players right now, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Now, they did have Justin Polak's car in here, the Ford Mustang. They went through a lot of them. It was really cool to see them, you know, really give us some insight on there. There's 7 of them in total. Now, the biggest thing to take note on these was the extreme amount of detail. Obviously, when they are bringing these cars into the game, they are completely laser scanning them, which means they are going to get every inch and crevice of this car. Whatever is on this car will be showcased in the game, and it's really cool to see that play out as a final product and really see the level of detail that they have used. Now, a lot of these that you're going to find in this pack will be, you know, supercharged or turbocharged V8s, or, you know, the V10 and the Viper and stuff like that. But you know, it's definitely going to be an exciting pack to drive around, especially with that level of detail. You know, it kind of gives me hope for future packs, and I would love to see them. Obviously, this is a lot of work to be able to do this, and, you know, take the time out of the driver's day, you know, everyone else's day to, you know, arrange this, to set this up. But you know, sitting in these cars, you literally look like you are sitting in the actual vehicle, and that is obviously the goal for them, is to, you know, bring this true to life, and I think they've definitely done that. Now, one of the biggest things though that I would like to see Forza implement is the addition of removing the hood. I feel like there's so much detail in these bays that it's really sad to see, you know, when you're driving the car, that you cannot take the hood off and just cruise around and, you know, get some really nice rolling shots like that. But you know, maybe that'll come in the near future. I know a lot of people, including myself, would like to see that. Now, this is where it got a little bit iffy right now, and I kind of was worried about this steering angle kit. You'll see it just, you know, start to kind of almost Need for Speed rail it, and it pulls itself back even though the tires were cranked to the left. That's obviously, you know, he's moving his stick left and right. You can kind of see that the tires can't really catch up to it, I feel like, and that's what's causing that weird little, you know, pull, if you will, when the tires were not even facing that direction. So I just hope that, you know, the steering angle doesn't make the game, say, too arcadey, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't really know how to put it into words properly, but if you guys can help me out down below, let me know. But you know, it just, you know, it's hard to tell with what we've seen on the stream. Obviously the guys, you know, they tried their best out there trying to get this thing on the road, and he did say during the stream he had no sound. So this man's driving with no sound out there. I felt bad for the man because obviously you don't really know what kind of gear you're in if you're not looking at it. You know, you're trying to talk at the same time. So there was a point in time where he's just banging second gear through this drift zone, and a lot of people told him, you know, shift up and stuff like that. So at least everyone was trying to help him in that stream, which is really cool to see. But you know, the biggest thing though with these drift zones that they are showcasing is now that everything will be ghosted as soon as you hit these drift zones. Now to me personally, I wish that they kept it the way that it was, and you know, here's why. You know, it's very simple. It just makes the game harder, right? I've been a big advocate for just trying to make the game a little bit more challenging as, you know, these years progress. Obviously, I'm getting older, right? I mean, games are becoming easier to me, as I feel like a lot of the other people are that are playing this game. So I just, you know, I would like to be more challenged in that sense. The drift zones, they were fun, right? I mean, we're on Forza Horizon. It's an open world, open city game. You should be expecting traffic on your way. I don't know if you think that that was a good idea to, you know, make everything ghosted. Let me know your thoughts down below on that. Obviously, you know, at the end of the day, it's a great idea. It's just, like I said, it just really, you know, you're holding their hand once again to make the game easier for everybody. But I'd like to see the challenge. I'd like to see people get frustrated trying to complete these drift zones, waiting for traffic, you know, just getting that sheer luck run, right? I mean, that was what I used to strive for out there. Now, you will notice that a lot of these cars do have window stickers, and once again, I talked about this before, I really do hope that we have window sticker accessibility in Forza Horizon 4. I feel like if we do not have that, it is going to be a huge slap in a lot of people's faces, especially painters. Like I said, people put a lot of time into painting. It is literally a job. I know people that get on Forza and they will do nothing but paint a car for, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours at a time to make that masterpiece come to life. And you know, it really sucks that we're limited to only the body panels and not the windows, where you could really make that final paint job just pop, right? So I'm really hoping that Turn 10 Playground, they're listening, you know, they really take the feedback of the community, especially the painters, and they give them what they want. Obviously, we want to be able to see window stickers, and I feel like that would make a huge difference for a lot of the cars. It would, you know, turn them not into just, you know, street cars, but, you know, into these racing sponsored machines out here that really just have that aggressive feel. I mean, I don't know if it's just me or not, but once again, we got a really nice look into the car cockpit, and again, just heavily detailed, looks great. But I'd like to see them do more of these, and you know, really start to do car packs that have unique cars in these. Obviously, that will limit body modifications, and you have to understand that you can't be going ahead changing these people's cars. So I feel like there will be very limited customization with these cars. Maybe there will be, I don't know 100%, but you know, at the end of the day though, it's cool to see unique builds coming into the game to play. Now, I mean, of course, I give, you know, the game a lot of criticism when I'm doing these videos, and, you know, I have seen comments saying, you know, Slap, why are you being so negative in these videos? But, you know, it's not negativity, it's just constructive criticism, things, you know, as a Forza fan that I really wanted to see in this series. And as much flack as I give them, you know, I definitely love the series twice as much more, and, you know, I love what they're doing with it. They're going in the right direction, and, you know, I'm excited to see, you know, the next ones moving forward. Obviously, I'm already thinking about Forza Horizon 5, you know, what they could do, what they could build off of this. We have no idea what's to come with expansions on this game. There's a lot of unknowns, right? So that's kind of the thing that I'm really enjoying about this, is that, you know, everything moving forward, I feel is going to be really good progression from this point. You know, they have caught up from Forza Motorsport 4 to the point where they got, you know, a huge car list now. They're starting to get into wide bodies. We got steering angle kits coming in, drag suspension going down. We have spacers, right? There's so many new things coming into this series. So that's where I'm really getting excited for, is just the new content. The people that have been playing this game for so many years have really only been treated to new maps and stuff like that, where now we're actually getting into new gameplay content. And obviously, if you guys are, you know, a fan of modding or anything like that, there's a lot of things that can be done on this game. So it's really great to see Forza taking all those, you know, starting to implement them into their own game. Obviously, they're perfectionists. They're trying to make everything perfect, and I can respect that. You know, just right. I mean, now we're starting to get it all starting to flow out, and that's really cool about that. I don't know if they mentioned anything to do with Forza Motorsport 7 and the drag racing feature. As you guys do know, we should be getting it as a solo run. You know, we can't do it online, but you can race the AIs and stuff like that with the tree setup. So I'm hoping that we get that very soon. thought it was supposed to be in the August update, but I could be wrong about that. But if it is though, we'll definitely be showcasing it on the channel very soon. Now they also mentioned that Forza Horizon 2 is actually going to be free with Games with Gold for this upcoming month. So that's huge. If you guys have not played Forza Horizon 2 yet, pick it up right now. It is free to play, man. That is absolutely crazy. The map is great, and it looks like they definitely took some notes from the dock section, and we got some crates in here. So it definitely has that Forza Horizon 2 vibe that we, all know and love, and hopefully, this map does have a little bit of comparison to Forza Horizon 2. I'm not a big fan of this whole train yard. Obviously, it will be fun for King and stuff, but we got rails going right through the middle of this section, which kind of sucks for drift routes and stuff like that, but, maybe we'll just go over them and make do with what we got. But just massive open areas in this spot. I really did like it. Now, moving in to Forza Motorsport 7, this is a big part of this stream. Obviously, for a lot of people that are still playing Forza 7, this is huge. Now, this is coming out today. It has already dropped probably, if not in the next coming hours, and that is going to be the steering angle kits, and that's going to be in your suspension setup. It's a full thing that you can purchase and install right to your car and give you up to 60 degrees of angle. Now, which is right, I mean, that's brand new to the series. That's, it's huge. We've never had anything like this before, and I really hope that Playground and Turn 10, keep adding on to Forza Motorsport 7 even after Forza Horizon 4 does come out, because obviously, we're going to be having the Spacer kits come down, some wide body kits. I hope they all become transferred into Forza 7 and we see that implemented there as well. I think it's a smart thing to do. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, they talked about the point system on the new drifting hoppers. This is huge. If you look on the right hand side, you have angle, speed, and line. Now, the line, I'm not a huge fan of, but they're making it so that we have to stay as close as possible to the driving line to get that full perfect score of 10 for the line. Obviously, speed, you want to go as fast as possible on that corner, and angle will give you a max score of 10 on your steering angle. Now, obviously, you're going to get a lot of people just trying to manji every single straight now, and hopefully they're not on a controller so they look twitchy as hell, right? I mean, but, it's going to be interesting to see everybody now in these drift hoppers just, trying to drift everything, so it's going to be exciting for that. But they did mention, though, that if you do tap the wall, you are not going to lose your points. Also, if you reverse entry into these corners, you are not going to lose your points. So huge new features coming into these drift hoppers. They also showcase the new track limits as well too, which looks really great, and just excited to play Forza Motorsport 7 again. Hopefully, the new angle kits get me back into the game, makes me want to play a little bit more, get back into the drifting side of things with the crew, just have some fun with there. So let me know your thoughts down below. What would you like to see on the channel regarding Forza 7 and Forza Horizon 4 when it does drop? But that is going to do it for the August stream. It was, jam-packed with stuff. We had a lot of Formula Drift content, a little bit of Forza 7 at the end. There was a little bit of racing that happened as well too. So I will include the link for that stream down below in the description box if you guys would like to check it out. But I'm excited to hop into these new drift hoppers, install some of these angle kits, and get some big angle, man. I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts down below. Will you be playing it today? If so, maybe I'll see you in the drift hopper. We'll definitely be recording something within the next couple of days, going up on the channel very soon with the wheel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.